All right, Transformers, this is Dr. Angelo Reynolds Sr. live from the Transformers Academy. And you guys know it's Sunday, and I get excited on Sunday because this is the week's transformational vitamin. Guys, we had a wonderful time last week. For those persons who joined us, thank you for all the love that you sent us last week. I'm excited because you guys are always excited. But take a look at what we've been doing. We start Sundays with the transformational vitamin. And so we've covered a lot in the last month, in the last few weeks. Everything that we talk about in the Transformers Academy simply revolves around personal growth. And so I know that you guys have some personal goals and some things that you have set forth for the new year, in which we are now well into the new year. And so I always find a way to make sure that something that you can use to jumpstart your week. And so Sunday begins the transformational vitamin. So take a look at what we have for this week. Something so dear to me, talking about it's not where you start, it's where you're going. And so there's a long history of things that we're going to talk about this week, specifically posing the question of, have you ever had something or an incident or situation that began one way and you expected it to end the same way? And so we've all gone through situations, we've gone through challenges, things that were out of our control, things that may have been in our control, but turned out for the worse for us. And so many times we dwell on the situation. Many times we dwell on where we began, but the progress of where we're going is most important. So this week, my focus, take a look there. Oh, by the way, those are my two books there. Overcoming Obstacles, Beating the Odds, and The Act of Change, both where you can find at DrAngeloReynolds.com. So I thought it'd be feasible where we could begin our week strong as we always do, finding a way to tap into the inner self, finding a way to motivate ourselves through affirmations, and finding a way to find common ground, reaching our goals. This week, ask yourself, are you able to think about the end with the start as you're beginning? And so why is it important to do that? Because I believe that sometimes we start something, situations, and sometimes in many cases we really believe that it's going to end up that way. This week I'm going to tell you that it's not. It doesn't have to, and I'm going to be specifically giving you things that you can use both in your personal and professional life, because it's not where you start, it's clearly where you're going. And I know you guys are moving and grooving, rocking and rolling, and shaking and baking. So that's why I want to come aboard and talk to you about this week's transformational vitamin. So guys, you know I do this. I'm at DrAngeloReynolds.com. And the excitement of having you guys on weekly motivates me. And so my goal is to make sure that I give you necessary tools that may be useful for you guys. I know that many of you have inquired about the Transformers Academy. Many of you have sent inquiries on the topic of the week. So it's been a dual learnership. That means we learn from each other. And so this week, we begin on Sundays with Instagram, and every day I post something that can encourage you early in the morning to get you started as you're starting your day. The Transformers Academy principles are built around moving from one place to the next. If you've been following us, you know that transformation is always moving. So I'm always trying to make sure that you have those necessary things. If you're transforming through a relationship, through a career change, if you're having a transformation of some health issues or lifestyle change, if your spiritual connectedness is something that you want to grow this year, but also your relationships, both in home, co-workers, and abroad. And so that's what transformation is really about. And so that's my job. That's my focus at the Transformers Academy. We do this every day beginning on Sunday. And so the question that I pose to you, if you're on the air now, let us know if you're going to be joining us this week. We like to make sure that we come on, spend some time with you, and ask yourself, are you in a situation, have you had a situation where you began something and you thought of it as the ending point just as it began? And so this can be so harmful for us, because what it does, it creates a looming situation. It creates a stagnated vision, and it dampens our spirit. And so what I want to make sure that you guys do all week is to talk candidly together about how we can look forward to beginning something that was not so universal and so complex and so in our favor, but then it's not how it's going to end, because we're constantly moving. And once you're moving, you have already moved from the beginning point, and now you're moving towards an end point. And so this week, I hope that you guys will spend some time with me. We'll post these things. Go back on Periscope as we're on now. We post these things on YouTube. Go to Dr. Angelo Reynolds there, where you get a chance to go back, share the videos, bring someone in. And again, tomorrow we'll be back on the air. Hopefully you'll pose your questions as we begin to tackle this whole issue of following this week's transformational vitamin. Are you, it's not where you start, but it's where you are going to end. And so your progress of moving from one place to the next is in movement. It's positive. So let's start. Let's do something. Because if you dwell on where you began, you'll never get to where you're going. And that's my tip for the week. Hopefully you guys will spend time with us. We look forward. You know, I'm on Periscope. Sometimes I get confused with this. But more importantly, let's do that. Go to the Transformers Academy at DrAngeloReynolds.com. Take a look and find a place where you can become a transformer as well, through the subscription, through finding up and signing up our email, and being a part of our webinar, seminar, speaking engagements, all those things that are viable for you, to you, and to assist you with your growth or transformation. If there's no questions or comments, I hope that you guys will spend some time with us tomorrow. But more importantly, I want you to think about your starting point and not keeping it as your ending point. We'll talk tomorrow. If it's God's will, we'll see you then. Peace, love, and blessings, and may joy and hope be brought to you and others. We'll see you then.